Hey guys, hey Kiki fam, welcome back to my YouTube channel, the baddest fishing girly on the block. So in today's video, we're gonna be doing a story time part 2. I did a story time last time, and most of you guys were asking me for another story time, so you know the drill. Story time plus makeup. Let's get into it. In today's story time, I'm going to be talking about a time we got robbed. We had a break-in, like people came into our house and robbed us, and how it has traumatized me up till this very day. Happened back in 2014, if not 13, 14 or 15, I'm not sure. Whilst I was still staying with my mom and sister back in Delft. Whilst we were still living in Delft, this is where this event took place. This ungodly and this terrible event that I will never forget, that I wish I could just like do anything to forget it. So guys, the reason why I love telling stories and doing my makeup at the same time, I just don't want to sit idle and talk about it, because some of these stories are stories that still don't sit well with me to like talk about them in a serious way. So if I do my makeup and tell the stories, I'm distracted from it. I don't think about it a lot, because these are events that has happened in my life, and some of them are not nice. They are very disturbing events, so I wouldn't want to focus on it because I'll get emotional. I'm a very emotional person. So yeah, that's why I love doing my makeup and telling you guys the story at the same time. And like I mentioned, back in Delft, whilst I was living with my mom and sister. So we were living in Delft. I don't remember the street name or exactly where like I know I can like describe where it was, but I don't remember the street name. So this is what happened on this very unfaithful day. My mom went to work. Was it work? Yeah, I'm sure it was work. My mom went to work to, I think it was Weinberg or something, and she was gonna spend the night at this workplace. At her workplace, she was gonna spend the night there. So she left me and Kim, my sister, and and her child's friend. There was also her child's friend in that room that day. We lived in one room, guys. It was like a one-room house. You know how Delft is. It was a one-room house. That's where we lived. And my mom left me, my sister, and her friend's child. Around that time, I think I was 9. I remember I wasn't 10 yet. I think I was probably 9 or 8, but 9. I think I was 9. And her child's friend was 5, 6. She was very young. She was actually small at that time. And Kim, since she's like 4 years older than me, if I was 9, she was probably 13. She was 13 around that time. And she left us there, and then she went to work. And then she left us in the care of our neighbor. Our next door neighbor. So if we needed anything or if anything happened, we could just like go to our neighbor. And yeah. So everything was fine, but I don't know. I feel like if something is going to happen, if something bad is about to happen, you always have an unclear conscience, because I was feeling very cautious that day. I remember I didn't sleep till this thing happened. I just couldn't sleep. I just couldn't bring myself to sleeping. And Kim was sleeping. That girl's name Skylar, she was also, I think her name is Sky. She was also sleeping around that time. But I just couldn't sleep for some reason. I just couldn't sleep. So as I was saying, the setting of our house at that time was like, we used to live in one room, right? And then have to go outside to like go to the other room. And then there was like the main house, and the landlord stayed there. Like it was a whole nother house. You have to exit our room, go through our gate, and to get to their door. So yeah, and we had like a small gate, man. It was just a gate. So you can imagine how this small gate is. You can imagine it's not safe. It's just a small gate. It's in Delft. And for some reason, I had a bad feeling. And if sometimes as people we could just maybe feel something and know what's gonna happen, at least you can try to prevent it. The way, if I knew we were gonna be robbed that day, if I knew we were gonna have a break-in in our house, I would have went and slept at the next door with my sister and my mom's child's friend, because it was a very bad experience. So yeah, this is what happened. My mom left. I think she left around 5, if I'm not mistaken. 5, 6, right? She left around 5, 6. And then it's just kids. It's just the 3 of us. So you can imagine, sometimes as kids, we get excited when we're home alone. We can sleep anytime we want. We can watch anything we want. And then we started watching the television. And at that point, it's those days where we were watching SABCs and stuff like that on our TVs. And we were watching television. And Skylar slept. She slept, and also Kim got to a point where she slept. And then I remember she woke up, and then she was like, the TV, couldn't switch off the TV because it was late. I think around that time it was around 11, so it was late, so you can just imagine. And then she was like, couldn't switch off the TV. And then I switched off the TV. But for some reason, guys, for some God-given reason, I couldn't sleep. I could not sleep. I just couldn't bring myself to sleeping. In other words, I just couldn't sleep at all. So I was just up overthinking. How can I describe myself, guys? As a child, as I was growing up, I wouldn't say I'm much different from the way I am now. Ever since I've been born, I feel like I've always had this matured mindset, which is a very big disadvantage. You guys might say, oh, that's nice, but trust me, sometimes it's not nice. Sometimes you just want to be a child. Sometimes you don't want to have to stress about stuff. But I was that type of child that stresses. Like if I see something is wrong in our home, or my mom is not happy, it would get to me, and I would actually... That's just how I've always been since day one. So I just had an unclear conscience that day. I don't know why, but I knew that something bad was gonna happen, something untoward. So around I think it was around midnight or 1, I saw a guy that looked like he looked Chinese. He looked like he's Chinese. And then yes, this is the funny part of the story. That guy looked like he was Chinese. And then our next door neighbor, the one I told you about, that woman is light-skinned, and she also kind of looks like that guy. So when I saw that guy, I even woke him up. And then I was, my sasa, because we used to call her my sasa. Kim, my sasa's on our window. My sasa is trying to open. Guys, I could see this person trying to open our window. I could see this happening with my own eyes. I'm a 9-year child, who's looking at this person trying to open our window. The only thing I could think about is it was my sasa. And then when I saw the knife, this person took out a knife, and then like they kept trying to open the window, and so was the door. The door was kind of shaky, it was kind of moving. And then I was like, Kim, someone is trying to open the door. And Kim was like, couldn't you see a man? She was sleepy, and then like she went back to sleep. The only time when Kim woke up was when a noise happened, like a force, and then a guy entered our room. A guy, I remember that guy. He was masked. There were 3 guys. 2 guys were masked and one was not masked. The Chinese looking guy, I don't know if he's Chinese, but he really looked like he was Chinese, that masked guy. And then they came in, and then he pointed a knife at us, and then he was like, shh, like don't talk. And then he gave us the don't talk sign, like shh, don't talk at all. That's what I'm saying, guys. For some reason, at this age, you can just imagine like the age that I'm at. Like this is my age. I was 9. The only thing that was running in my head, the only thing that I could think about, I've never told my sister this, but the only thing was I wish they will not try to do anything to my sister. Guys, I was 9, but I was like, I wish they can just take anything they want, but they should not attempt to do anything to her, because she was 13 and she was growing up. I don't even know why I was thinking such stuff, but that's the only thing that I could think about. I just wish they don't like try to do anything to her. Even to me as well, because at the end of the day, we are all children. You never know, and we are girls. It's very dangerous. I was like, please God, please keep us safe, protect us. These people were like, shh. And it was me on the bed, Kim, Skylar. We were just frozen, like we were just following orders, because at this point, guys, just take everything you want and leave us. Let us be safe. Spare us, we beg of you. These guys went on. They came in. They took I remember they first took our microwave. They lifted our microwave up and they took it. They went with our microwave, and then the funny part is, I feel like these guys had a car or somewhere they were putting these things, because these guys would go for minutes and we just still sitting there, and they would come back. These guys would literally go outside for minutes and just do whatever it is they were doing, and we would remain sitting because we are scared. And we don't know what to do, so we'll just remain sitting there quietly, following instructions, following orders, guys, because don't play. Just idle, just following what the guy said. We were keeping quiet, waiting for them to tell us what we should do next. These guys would take stuff and go outside. They first took the microwave and then they came back. I don't remember if we had a fridge, but I feel like they also took our fridge. They took almost everything that was in our house. They took the microwave, they took the TV, and I also think they took the fridge. These guys were so stupid to the point that they even stole our broom and mop. They stole our broom and mop. These guys stood there and pointed knives at young children, girls, and I really wish wherever those guys are, the punishment they deserve. I really wish that they're in prison by now or something. Those guys traumatized me, like, for the rest of my life. I don't want to lie. They did bad. As I was saying, guys, these guys, they go on and they steal everything in our home, like the big stuff, man. And they were also stupid enough to end up stealing our mop and broom, and they left. This is when I feel like this is the point that they left. They left for some time. We were just sitting on that bed. We were still shocked, and we didn't want to do anything silly, so we kept sitting there for I think about a few minutes till we realized we think they're gone now. And that's when we went next door, and then we screamed, and then we called the woman out. That woman opened the door for us, and then we ended up sleeping at her house. And I remember, I think police officers come? Not sure if police ended up coming, but yes, we ended up sleeping at that woman, in that woman's room with her 2 kids. That's where we ended up sleeping. And then the next morning, my mom came. I could see hurt in my mom's eyes. My mom was so hurt. She was hurt, and till this very day, if she was still here, I feel like she always regretted leaving us there that day, which was not her fault because she was also going to work. But as people who just hold stuff, like, maybe if I was there, it was not gonna happen. Where else the truth is, even if you were there, even if they came and that was the intention, they would still do it. Us that day, I feel like it's something that always like stayed with her, even though she tried to hide it. But yeah, that was the unfortunate thing that happened to us that night and left me traumatized for life. That was, oh guys, look at this. Isn't this cute? I got this as a present, guys. So excited to use it. That very day was the day that traumatized me for life. And I remember when my mom came back, that, as I mentioned to you guys, she went to work. And I'm sure that those days things weren't like financially stable for us. But she took us out that day. I still remember. She took us out. We went to, I don't know where we went, but all I remember is that we had ocean basket. We ate, as I was saying, guys. And yes, I'm trying to like achieve this eyeshadow look, guys. I'm trying. So yeah, as I was saying, that day my mom took us out. We had a good time. We enjoyed. It was nice. I'm done with my makeup. As I was saying, my mom took us out that day. Because it was rare those days for my mom to like take us out often, due to like financial issues that she was going through in that period of time. You guys, my braids are old now. I have to take them down and get a new hairstyle. But yeah, they stayed long. They have stayed, shame. I'm gonna tie this because I'm not in the mood for ages, and I feel like it's gonna go with my outfit. So yes, guys, I am finally done with my makeup. This is how it looks. And yes, that was the unfortunate story that happened in my life, that even till this very date, I can't sleep alone in a house without feeling scared. Even when I go to my sister's house sometimes and I'm babysitting baby Kimaya, and then she comes home late, I always tell her this and she still laughs at me, but it has traumatized me to a point where I just feel so scared when I'm alone in a house. It's traumatized me to that point, and it's not nice, because one day I do want to stay alone. I want to live alone. How am I going to do that if I'm scared? But I hope I overcome this fear that I have, and just know that it was an unfortunate thing that happened. And yes, it was an unfortunate thing that happened, and I really, really hope and pray that it will never happen again. I never want to experience such a thing again, and I don't wish anyone to experience that. People take house robberies as something that's light, but it's not light. It's so traumatizing, because a house is your safe place. Your house is where you run to for safety, and then people break in your home. It's just not a good feeling, guys. So please, let's not do bad stuff out there. Let's just be good. And yes, guys, thank you so much for 5,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for 5,000 subscribers, guys. Thank you for all your love and support. I'm really, really happy, because I haven't even posted much videos, but you guys have been showing me endless love. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. I'm gonna keep posting, and I'm gonna keep pushing. And thank you for those who texted me, who came through for their hairstyles. You're gonna have that delivered, and I already have customers thanks to you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for your love and support. Keep doing it, guys. Whatever it is you do, keep doing it. Thank you guys so much. I love you. I think we can safely say we have reached the end of this video. If you guys want more story times, just do the same thing you did on the previous story time video. Do I have more stories? But I guess I do. Like this one, it's not a story that I thought I would say, but it is something that happened. It's one of my stories. So if you guys want more stories, let me know, and then we'll do that for you. But as for now, bye. See you later.